Assalamualaikum everyone, welcome to my channel. The car that I have for you today is a very rare unit. There's only two of them in our country. One is our government's vehicle and one is this. This is the Mercedes-Benz S650 Maybach, the most expensive Mercedes-Benz you could get in this generation. So let's start the full in-depth review of the car with the front fascia and a little bit of history about Maybach and Mercedes-Benz. So first of all, I'm going to show you the front fascia of this vehicle. So now I'm going to get inside, turn on these multi-beam LED headlights. So here we go. The car obviously has keyless entry. So there it opens, getting inside, soft door close, foot on the brake, pressing the start button, the car turns on. And the light automatically flips up. This is with your full headlight, this is with your hazard, this is with your high beam, and this is without the high beam. Now I'm going to come outside for showing you guys the lights. So let's come to the headlights. As you know, the Mercedes-Benz S-Class W222 and this generation of the Maybach W222 is pretty much same. So the headlights are same as the S-Class and the Maybach. So you have three lines for your daytime running lights and the hazard. You have your main projector setup here with three projector setups for your headlight assistance. And it's pretty nice, and I'm not going to go detail into it because it's same as the S-Class. Now let's come to the car's front fascia. Overall, the Mercedes-Benz S-Class is about sporty and luxury, but when it comes to the Maybach, it is more luxurious than the S-Class. So you can see the whole down portion of the car has full chrome accent. It is pretty much open, but most of them are closed, so the aerodynamics can be better on this car. You have the different grille that comes with the Maybach, and then this place is closed, but that portion actually flips open for your front camera, and it actually says Maybach right here. And you have the Mercedes-Benz star on the top that has a line that all the way goes to the back. That's pretty much it for the front fascia. It actually looks pretty luxury. Consider it's a competitor of the Bentley Flying Spur and the Rolls-Royce Ghost. Now let's see what is powering the S650. So for opening the hood of the car, I have to do it from the driver's side. So there's a button here. If I just flip that open, there the hood opens of this car. So the Mercedes-Benz Maybach, you can only get two engine variants for this model and the newer model. So let's explain that first. So when did the Maybach start? Mercedes-Benz and Maybach came into this generation of the car called the W222 generation. So this was the complete Maybach, the S650 with the V12, and that was the only engine variant you can get for this car. But in the newer generation, the W223, there's the 4-liter V8 mild hybrid and the 6-liter V12 mild hybrid. Both of them are mild hybrid for the new generation. But on this generation, the real Maybach is the S650. The engine that comes with it is a 6-liter twin turbo V12 engine that is so good and so powerful, but it makes the car more heavier as well. And all of the power goes to the rear wheels with a 7-speed dual clutch automatic transmission. And the car has 621 horsepower and 738 pound-feet of torque. That is very good. We know Mercedes-Benz is such a good company when it comes to making luxury vehicles, and their 7-speed automatic transmission is buttery smooth for the Maybach versions, but on this generation of the S63 it was lightning fast as well. But Mercedes-Benz is developing new engines and new transmissions. That's why the newer generation Mercedes-Benz get the 9-speed automatic transmission with the new V12 engine and the new V8 engine. Now let's come closer to the engine. You have your Mercedes-Benz star here, you have V12 written right here, and you have this V shape because you have 6 cylinders here, 6 cylinders here, V12. This is where you pour your engine oil, and this is overall your engine. It is fully nicely covered, and for getting the air inside, it just goes to the grill. This is where you pour your windshield wiper washer, and that's pretty much going to be it. The battery of the car is actually at the back, but for jump starting it, you can do it from here, and you can see positive and it says red. You have to just slide it. You have insulation on the top, and that's going to be pretty much it for the car's engine bay. Now let's close the engine and talk about safety. So just get it closer and push it from both sides, and there it closes. It obviously has rain sensing wipers, and the Maybach has more safety systems than the normal S-Class. So it obviously has lane keep assist, automatic braking assist, but the cool features are this car actually has night vision. So for the night vision camera, you can see there's a little hole here between the grille, and there's the night vision camera. And why is the grille fully open on this car but not on the newer generations? Because this car has the big V12 engine. Now let me show you the car's side profile. So what are the major difference with the normal S-Class and the Maybach? Let me tell you. The normal S-Class standard wheelbase is pretty small, but the long wheelbase S-Class is the longest S-Class you can buy, and it is 207 inches plus. But the Maybach is much longer than the S-Class. It's 215 inches, so it has more space at the rear seats and more wheelbase on the car. Now let's look at the wheels. So with the Maybach, you get different wheels that only come with the Maybach, that doesn't come with the S-Class. But a lot of people, they buy aftermarket wheels and put it on the S-Class. For identifying how, you just look at the V12 badge. That's how you identify it's a Maybach or a normal S-Class. So the front wheels of this car are 245 40 R20s. That are the front wheels. And it's a staggered setup because this car is rear wheel drive. Same as the normal S-Class, both are rear wheel drives. So now let's come to the brakes. You have 6% brakes on this car, and the thickness of the front brakes are 15.4 inches. You have muzzling suspension with air springs and e-active body control. So that makes the car more smoother than it actually is. Now if we come up from there, I showed you the V12 badge, as you can see here. And if we come up, this car obviously has keyless entry, and when you unlock the car, the mirror automatically unfolds. You have the hazard light here, and you have the camera for your 360-degree camera. And you have these chrome trimmings on the window trims because it's a Maybach. It's just really nice. And the rear windows have this kind of treatment that you can't see inside the car however you try. But look how big the rear doors are. It's just too big for S-Class, and it is so wide either. But on this generation of the vehicle, Mercedes-Benz announced their first thing that they ever started. They're gonna make bulletproof cars themselves, but it is so expensive that people just go aftermarket and do it from them, because they ask over from $1.2 million for a Maybach that's bulletproof. No one's gonna spend that much money, right? I mean, you will because you're rich, but not everyone else. If we come back, you have the Maybach logo right here at the back as well, but on the newer generation of the Maybach, this actually illuminates, so it makes it more nicer. Now let's come to the rear wheels. Rear wheels are 275 35 R20s. You have smaller brakes at the back, but the rear suspension is multi-link suspension with air springs as well. Rear disc thickness is 14.4 inches. Now if we get up from there, the wheelbase of this car is much longer than the normal S-Class, like I mentioned before. It is 132.4 inches, much more longer. Now if we come down, you can see there's a chrome stripe as well at the center. So with this black color, it actually looks really good. And for the fuel tank, if the car is unlocked, if you just press here, it's going to open. You have all your data here about your fuel, and you can also scan this, and you have your fuel tank right there. The fuel tank capacity, it's actually bigger than the normal S-Class because it's 90 liters. And it's actually pretty good, but it's not as fuel efficient as the normal S-Class because it has that big V12 engine. Now let me show you the car's rear. So the height of this car is 59 inches. Now I'm going to get inside the car, turn on these really nice rear tail lights. Getting inside, foot on the brake, pressing the start button, there the car turns on. This is what the full light, this is with the hazard, and this is with the reverse. I'm going to put it back to park and come outside for showing you the tail lights. So the rear tail lights are actually really nice. You have the Mercedes-Benz branding right here. Then you have your first bar, second bar, and third bar, and this is your hazards. It's actually pretty nice to look at the rear tail lights of the W222, but the W223 is not bad. You have this chrome stripe that all the way start from this side and go. You have the Maybach badge right here, and then you have Maybach written right here. You have the same on the other side. Now if we come down, you have 6 sensors at the back and 6 sensors at the front, and it's a really safe car. You have 2 number plate slot lights, and the reversing camera actually flips open when you put it on reverse. And you have this chrome strip all around, and you have reflectors on either side, and the exhaust tips are actually functional. You can see on either side. And then you have the rear fog light at the center. Pretty nice. And if you come up, you can see the rear window is the same treatment as the side ones. You can't see inside the car no how. It's just fully tinted in a way that you can't see what's inside. You have the shark fin antenna up there, and it has a full panoramic sunroof as well. Now we're pretty much done with the exterior of the car. Let's see, is it practical like a normal S-Class? So for opening the boot, you can do it from the key, you can do it from the inside, and you can do it from the button here. But you can also go behind the car and put your leg at the center, and it's going to powerfully open. And it's actually very nice that this feature is in this car. So you have 550 liters of storage, but not in this car, because this car has the Maybach option that only comes with the Maybach, that is the refrigerator at the back. So it has less storage area than the normal S-Class, so it has 526 liters of storage. If you look at the underfloor storage, first of all, this is fully in chrome, and then if you get this up, you don't have to hold this, you have this bar that's going to hold it by itself. You have a lot of storage at the bottom. This is for opening the wheel, so the locks, you can see Mercedes-Benz branding inside. And if we close that right now, you have the refrigerator right here, and you have light placements on either side, and this is your subwoofer for your high-end Burmester sound system. And then if you come up, you have two lights. One is for your reflector, so a rear car can notice that the boot is open, and one is for the lights that project down here. Now let's come on this side, because there's a little storage area. So if I get the cover of the car out, you have a little storage area that you can put some stuff, and it is actually strapped, and you have a 12-volt socket here. And that's pretty much it. Now let's get inside the the best Maybach that was ever created. Now let's see and get inside what a real Maybach looks like, and what the kings of Germany and the kings of the United Arab Emirates and the Queen of Bangladesh drives. You can just see how spacious the rear seats are. Let me just turn on the lights so more you can see. So just look at the legroom, the headroom, the space you have. Let's come to the seats first. You have this cushioning on the top that is really soft, and then you have your headrest behind it. You have V12 written here, so people can know this is not a V8, it's a V12. The seats are ventilated, heated, and massaged. You have ISOFIX anchor points as well, and it is fully comfortable, and you have this cushioning on your foot as well that actually extends. And then if we come up from that, you have this rear sunroof that you can open from this button, and there it's going to open. And you can see it isn't this blue color, right? So this is called a magic sky, so it can tint out everything from the sunlight. But if you want to see the sun, you can just make it go clear, and now you can see everything on top. But if the sun's bothering you again, but you still want to look at the sky, there you go. Technology from Mercedes-Benz. Now we have this big blind. I get it. Look at the doors. It has such a big blinds on either side. So this is for opening the blind, this is for opening the window, and I don't even have to see because the windows are double glazed, 100%. There the windows go up, there the blind comes up, and I have blind on my sides as well that I can open in a one touch, and you can do it from both of the sides, and it's actually pretty useful. You have your infotainment systems on either side, but it is pretty easy to use. You can just see your navigation stuff and other things. But now let's come to the actual luxury features. So on the center armrest, you have this nice quilting, and it is in this two-tone color. You can open this from here, and then if I just get my tissue out, you could get out the tray tables. So there I get this out, fold this, and there I slide it for opening it. You have tray tables that are also have leather inlays, and let's look at how comfortable you can sit inside this car seat. Now let me just quickly make the seat go the most luxurious way possible. And then if I get my tray table out, you can see you have two tray tables that you can easily open and sit down with your meal or your laptop and work. And then if you close this, but before that, there's two USBs and you have your HDMIs for the rear infotainment systems. And now let's open this, because there's something inside here that everyone loves. So if you open this, first of all you have your Maybach logo, and then you have your champagne flutes that actually have the Maybach written on them. So you can see you have the Maybach logo there, and it is in fully stainless steel, and it has its own place that you can do it from here. So if you get this back, if you just put this here, it's going to hold it. Now let's come back here, because there's actually a refrigerator that you can turn on or keep it off, and for opening it you do it like this, and you can put your champagnes or a bottle of water or anything inside there, whatever you want. There's for closing it, and then you have two champagne flutes for the either passengers, and this is actually in full red velvet, so that's nice. Let's get this back and let's put this down. And you can see you have your champagne flutes right there. Now let's come on the upper section. Because this car has the Burmester high-end sound system, you have this big Twitter with ambient lighting covering it, and you have the vanity mirrors for either side, as you can see on either side. Now let's get the tray table back again. So let's get this up. It's pretty easy to do. If you just do it like this, fold it once, get it up, and put that down again. And then let's get this down. Now let's come here. So you have the champagne flutes, right? Then you have your normal cup holders that are ventilated and heated. So you can put your cool drinks for getting it ventilated. You can put your hot drinks for make it hotter. So I'm going to turn on the ventilated, and you can also close this and open this. But now let's come to the climate control. And then you have your climate control. So you have your 2 zones for 2 sides, as you can see, where you want the air, auto, wind speed, off, where you want the air, and same for the passenger side. And these are the AC vent that actually looks like robot eyes, and this is for turning it off and turning it on. And you have Maybach written here as well. Everything's just so luxury. Now I have the tray tables down. Now let's get my seat to the most luxurious position it's possible. So first of all, I have to get the front seat front and give me more space. So first of all, the seat's going front, torturing the front passenger. And then the backrest is going to get front. The headrest is going to fall down, as you can see there. Now the backrest is going to get more forwards, and the screen is actually adjusting how I'm going to be most comfortable to sit inside it. Now I'm going to get my seat to the most luxurious position. So I press one button and my seat's going to go back and get me in the most luxurious position that's possible on this car. So there you can see, now I'm in the most luxurious position there's possible, and I can close the blinds and close the upper blind as well from this, and then I can close the rear blind from here as well. There, and I can easily take a nap and easily relax in the rear seats of this car. That's going to be pretty much it. Now let me show you the car's door. And now let's get the seat back to its normal position. So I just press this button. First of all, the back end is getting backwards. The footrest is coming down. There you can see. And then the front seat is going to come back to its normal position, so a passenger can sit inside. Backrest coming down, and then the headrest is going to come up. There we go. And when you turn off the lights that you do from here, then you can see the ambient lighting that's behind the seats, that's in this pink color now, and the ambient lighting on the floors and on the doors. Now let me show you the door on that side. First of all, you have a suit holder here, then you have your AC vent, then you have your side still with the Maybach written. Then if you go to the door, you have, this is your manual lock and unlock. Then you have this full leather with your stitching till all the way to the back. This is your piano treatment with ambient lighting and the different color leather. And then you have your grab handle with your window openers and your blind openers. This is your door handle that has ambient lighting inside. This is your seat controls, heated and ventilated and massaged, that you have to do from the infotainment. 3 memory seats, and this is your high-end Twitter that actually pops out and pops in, and it has ambient lighting behind it. It's nice, right? You have storage area here, and you actually have the headphones of the car inside this. There you can see Mercedes-Benz noise cancellation headphones. That's actually from AKG. Let's put that back. You have the reflector for the side, and you have your big speaker here. Now let's get inside the front. Soft door close, and here we are. So what is different? The dash. So first of all, you have this full leather dash with your airbag, and this is your vent for defogging the windows. You have this stitching that all the way comes till here, and this is fully real leather but on the normal car it has fake leather. You have this extra stitching that comes with the S-Class Maybach. And then you have your AC vent here with your closer and opener, which you can do from this. Then you have this trim with your ambient lighting that all the way comes here, lockable glove box, and you have a perfume dispenser, so this is where you put your perfume inside. And then the seats. The seats are 18-way adjustable, so it is more than the normal S-Class and it is more comfortable. And it actually has V12 written inside. There you can see V12. And you can see all the ambient lighting that is here as well, and you have nothing here, but it's just full leather. The glove box is same as the normal S-Class, but you have more stitching and it's openable by both sides. This side you have the remote for the rear infotainment, and this is for your Wi-Fi hotspot that stays there, and this is your HDMI and 2 USB-C types, and you can open it from my side as well. And then you have this center controller. So this is your shortcut button, seat controls, navigation, radio, for turning on your hazard, media, telephone, vehicle settings. This is for turning on the screen, this is for volume, auto start stop, touchpad and swivel wheel. This is for cancel, sports or eco mode. You have your suspension, so sports or comfort. This is for raising the car. You have Maybach written here. And then after opening this, if you just press this, you have your cup holders right there, but not ventilated and heated. And you have your CD input. And there that comes back in, and if you open this, you have a cigarette lighter with your ashtray. And then you have 4 AC vents, and you have an IWC watch inside. And this is a really expensive watch, and it actually looks really nice as well. And then you have your climate control menus here that I'm going to show you right now. This is for auto, this is for the wind speed, this is for the climate control, this is for no outsider coming inside, this is for the menu, AC, wind speed, temperature and auto. And that's pretty much it. Now let's look at the car's front portion of the sunroof. So this is for opening the blind. There the blind opens. And this is for unblurring it. So there that does. And this is for blurring it again. And then if you just press this, it's going to automatically open the front portion of the panoramic roof. And it actually opens really much. So all the way you have so much space here. And for closing it, you just press that button, it's going to close by itself. Pretty nice. And I'm going to leave the blinds open. So you have some things here. First of all, you have the reading lights that are below the rear view mirror. And then you have the main lights that are here. And this is your Burmester Twitter instead of a sunglass holder. And that's pretty much it. Now I'm going to show you the car's infotainment system. Foot on the brake, pressing the start button, and now the infotainment is going to turn on. You have ambient lighting fully covering the infotainment as well, and this is a 12.3-inch full digital infotainment system that is controllable by the swivel wheel. You can see the consumption, then you can see the 360-degree camera. So if you press that, you can see this is the front camera and the 360. And then you can look at the seat settings, the vehicle settings, and time and owner's manual. So you can actually adjust this clock from there. And yeah, it's pretty easy to control this. And then if you go on telephone, you can control your Bluetooth. You go to media, you can control your audio, radio.
Alright,
and
right now
this is your nav. And this is your seat settings. So reset, heating, dynamic seats, massaged, and for your shoulder, lumbar, your bowstrings. You can control everything fully digital. But I'm going to leave it that way. But now if we just look at the Twitter, when you get the volume up,
it was all about
and when you put the volume down, it gets inside. That's what I like about it. That's pretty much it for the infotainment. This is your rear view mirror that is auto dimmed, and you have vanity mirrors on either side. There you can see that. Same for my side, but I'm gonna do it. Now let's come to the steering wheel. The steering wheel is wood on the top, wood on the bottom, but it is leather strapped all the way here. And you have buttons here for the infotainment, you have buttons here for the infotainment, you have buttons here for the center screen. You have the gear knob here, and you have the hazards button. And you have the hazards and windshield wiper controls here. And the steering wheel is fully tilt and telescopic, powerly. Now let me show you the car's instrument cluster. So this is your RPM. It redlines in 6,500. This is your engine temperature, so it's at 90 degrees Celsius. This is which gear you're in. So when you're in drive, it's gonna say drive, neutral, reverse, and the reversing camera pops out. That has adaptive guidelines as well. And then when you put it on park, it just says park. You have sport written, or when you're in eco mode, it says E. And then if you come on this side, this is your speedo. Top speed is 160 miles or 260 kilometer. This is your fuel gauge. It says 55%. This is in translation with kilometer. Auto start, stop, off and on. It's going to give you the warning there. This is for your lights, outside temperature. That's pretty much it. And here you have your gear knob. Here you have your hazard button and for the windshield wiper control. And then you have for controlling the steering wheel and the cruise control. And that's pretty much it. And now if we go between it, you have the paddle shifters on either side. Now let me show you the car's door. So you have a vent for defogging the window. You have your AC vent with your AC vent closer and opener. This is for turning off the automatic brake assist. This is for turning on the blind spot for the night vision camera. So you can see it actually scans someone that is coming forwards and the bike. And then if we go back, you can turn that off from here as well. This is for turning on the 360-degree camera, parking sensors on, lane keep assist on, automatic steering on and off. This is your headlight control. This is your start button. You have ambient lighting all the way here. This is for your parking brake pedal, that pedal, gas pedal. You have your scratch plate here with your Maybach written here. And the seats are actually the most comfortable seats I've ever sit in a Mercedes-Benz. So you have your tweeters here that actually pop out. So I'm going to do that right away. There that pops out. It has ambient lighting behind it, and there that goes back in. And then you have another tweeter here. This is for controlling the left side seat. This is for heated seats, 3 levels. This is for ventilated seats, 3 levels. 3 memory seats. This is your seat controls. This is the trim that all the way goes till the back with your 2-tone leather. Grab handle here. This is for opening the door. This is your lock and unlock. Window lockers, window openers, and your exterior mirror controls. Storage area here. This is for opening the boot and closing the boot. You have the reflector and the light. And then you have your big Burmester speaker. And now I'm going to come out the car because we're done with this video. So if you like this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Software close. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to share this video and make sure you're connected with all of my social medias. I know a lot of people just want to see rare cars like this, but it's actually pretty hard to get in Bangladesh. But because of you guys, I'm getting every single rare car there's possible in Bangladesh. Until then, I will see you next time. Peace.